They were Hitler's elite soldiers, feared on every front, marked by their black uniforms and ruthless reputation. But when the Third Reich collapsed in 1945, their war wasn't over. Some were hunted and tried. Others vanished or quietly rebuilt their lives. Decades later, they would fight one last battle, not with weapons but over history itself. May 1945, Nazi Germany had fallen. Across Europe, hundreds of thousands of Waffen-SS soldiers were laying down their arms, now prisoners or fugitives in a shattered continent. After surrender, the Allies ordered the total dissolution of the SS. Waffen-SS units from the Leibstandarte to foreign formations were rounded up by American, British, and Soviet troops. Thousands marched into captivity in the same uniforms that symbolized terror. Legal reckoning came quickly. At Nuremberg, prosecutors argued the SS was central to Nazi crimes. On 30 September 1946, the tribunal declared the SS a criminal organization. Membership alone could be a crime, though exceptions were made for forced conscripts. Denazification courts categorized millions of former Nazis. For Waffen-SS men, verdicts depended on rank and service. Some, like Kurt Meyer, were tried for atrocities. Most lower-ranking members were released within months, their records marked but lives intact. Conditions in post-war camps were harsh. Many prisoners lived in improvised enclosures, battling disease, hunger, and uncertainty. Allied authorities focused on identifying high-ranking offenders. Others were released in 1946-47 with no clear future or direction. Some fugitives fled Europe. With forged papers, a number of ex-Waffen-SS officers escaped abroad. Karl Nicolucci Lech reached Argentina in 1948. Others went to Spain, Syria, or Egypt. These escapes fueled stories of Nazi ratlines, part fact, part speculation. For those who stayed, early post-war years brought stigma. The Waffen-SS name was tied to brutality. Veterans were denied jobs, pensions, and recognition. By 1948, the new authorities still viewed them as criminals, not soldiers. Silence became their refuge. By 1949, with West Germany's creation, the nation faced rebuilding while housing thousands of former SS men. The Allies kept restrictions, but Reconstruction and Cold War politics soon pressured leaders to reintegrate demobilized soldiers into society. Yet another, more secret form of reintegration was underway. As the Cold War intensified, Western intelligence agencies like the CIA controversially recruited hundreds of former Nazis and SS officers. They valued their anti-Soviet experience above their wartime actions, using them as spies in the fight against communism. The 1950 Federal War Victims Relief Act sparked fierce debate. Should Waffen-SS men receive benefits like Wehrmacht soldiers? Adenauer eventually supported limited inclusion to avoid alienating a large veteran voter base during fragile political times. By 1956, the Bundeswehr faced a new dilemma. Could ex-Waffen-SS soldiers serve again? In theory, yes, but few were accepted. Of 317 applicants, only 508 were approved. Most were rejected due to ideological concerns, criminal records, or Allied pressure. Most former SS men adapted quietly, finding work in factories, construction, or small businesses. Their pasts were rarely discussed. The 1950s became an era of silence as West Germans focused on rebuilding and avoided confronting wartime memories. Resentment lingered among veterans. Many felt vilified or abandoned. Their grievances soon found direction when ex-officers like Paul Hauser, Otto Kumm, and Felix Steiner founded HIAG in 1951, a group that began as support but quickly grew into a political lobby. HIAG argued the Waffen-SS had been apolitical soldiers. This message resonated with conservative politicians seeking veteran support. Adenauer's 1953 remark that SS men fought as soldiers like others echoed HIAG's influence and boosted their legitimacy. By the mid-1950s, HIAG had thousands of members across West Germany. It published Der Freiwillige, organized reunions, and funded memoirs painting SS divisions as elite warriors. Hauser's soldiers, like any other, became the cornerstone of this revisionism. HIAG's influence peaked in the 1960s. Some former SS officers held public roles, and reunions drew local media without backlash. But the 1970s brought scrutiny. Germany's younger generation confronted the past, and journalists exposed HIAG's distortions. A 1978 Der Spiegel investigation revealed HIAG's political pressure tactics and revisionist agenda. Public criticism mounted, parties distanced themselves, and the group's credibility collapsed. Membership declined sharply through the 1980s. After reunification in 1990, Germany reassessed its wartime history. Newly opened archives and survivor testimonies showed how Waffen-SS units collaborated in atrocities, destroying the myth of a clean, purely military SS separate from Nazi ideology. In the 1990s, reports revealed some former Waffen-SS members still received pensions. Outrage followed, especially as many Holocaust survivors received less. Governments debated reforms, but old post-war legal structures made changes slow and contentious. Outside Germany, the Waffen-SS legacy took new forms. In the Baltic states and Ukraine, veterans of local SS divisions were celebrated as anti-Soviet fighters. Annual marches in Riga drew protests and global controversy over historical interpretation. By the 2000s, admiration for the Waffen-SS was taboo in Germany. SS symbols were banned, yet far-right groups online continued to glorify them. Scholars shifted from moral judgment to analyzing how ideology, discipline, and violence shaped the organization. Today, few Waffen-SS veterans remain. Their associations are gone, but debates persist. Their story shows how history can be reshaped and how its echoes endure. If you found this video insightful, watch What Happened to the Hitler Youth after WW2. Next, thanks for watching.